Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. We are just getting started. O'Reilly makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
Well, Peter, I think his running power and his pace is going to make him a...
Diaz! And it's fallen kindly here. It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Into the channel. Shevchenko. That's put paid to the danger.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
De Ligt kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he get it through? Yamal, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Totti. Ruben Neves. And here's Shevchenko. Takes a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Rijkaard. Totti. Now it's Van Basten. Van Dijk does well to get it back. First quarter of an hour gone. Raul. And here's Yamal. And he's lost. Can he finish? And a neat finish. They are purring, truly purring. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, that's well spotted. Totti. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Good chance here! Oh, a very decent attempt. Now it's Van Basten. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Belletti. Tries to play it through. Kante makes the interception. It's Raul! Denied by an instinctive save.
Raul really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Pushed us! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
That has not gone well. And he was quick to react. Totti. Puskás. And it's Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That is very well defended. Yamal. Raul. Now that looks a decent ball. Raul has created one goal already. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Tries to pass it through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And that is headed for the middle. Totti. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Belletti. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
There will be 1 minute
Head out towards the right wing. Yamal's cross. Oh, good effort! No, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Oh, it's Van Basten. And it's Totti. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Yamal has it in a wide position. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And we have our very first corner. Puskás attempts a clearance. Oh, that was vital. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Shevchenko. Real chance! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A case now of complete control. And he's had it nicked away. It's a pretty loose pass.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Looking for the run. De Bruyne. Van Basten. Now it's Shevchenko. Yamal shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now there's a fine ball. He's having a hit! Just too high.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
550.
Rijkaard. And it's O'Reilly. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Van Basten.
Van Basten really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, good-looking ball. Raul threads one in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rijkaard. Oh, good spread. That's a shade optimistic. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's a lovely, neat pass. In with the challenge. Van Basten. Conte. Ball played for Rijkaard. And that could set him on his way. Zanetti getting this one clear. Van Basten. Now it's Puskas. And it's O'Reilly. And he's managed to get free. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Manchester United seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
They get a throw in.
Substitution.
Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Puskas. There they go, hunting in packs. And here's Van Basten. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Van Basten. Zaire Emery. And this is Shevchenko. Zaire tries one from range. What a hit, the save was firm.
Zaire Emery probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Now it's Puskas. Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard. He's found the way through. Lovely bit of skill. Drills one in. Played into space. Good ball over the top. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Conte. Totti. And it's Bellingham. And here's Shevchenko. Aims beyond the defence. O'Reilly. And Messi! And the keeper threw out a limb.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And it's hoisted clear.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Bellingham, nicely spread. Looking early. Impressive jump! Dealt with nicely by the defence. And I think we're done! Yes, we are done! Manchester United cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who... So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. There's the whistle. Puskás, undoubtedly the centre of attention today. Another huge landmark reached. It is his 500th game for the team.
Well, what an amazing career he's had, Peter, and I'm sure this won't be the last significant landmark he'll surpass. I think when it comes to consistency, this guy has set the levels.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Messi looking to receive it in space. Oh, important interception. Can he get away here? Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Neymar. And it's Walker. Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Plays a sharp little ball here. Valverde. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Rijkaard. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Manchester United! It was bound to happen, destined to happen. A goal for the 500 man. So smooth, a signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe, there he goes. Mbappe! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Rodri, not the most convincing of passes. He is through here. Rijkaard. And that's a danger. Can he finish? Oh, that is really good tenacity. Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Keeper's dealt with that. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. De Bruyne. Caicedo, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Puskás. And it's Totti. And here's Mbappe. Valverde. Decent chance! That's going to go a long way. Manchester United currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Safi Salih. That's good running with the ball. Totti. And this is Puskás. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that is well cleared. Totti in the hunt and looking threatening. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. There's the shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Mbappe. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Played out wide. Caicedo. Now there's a fine ball. Out towards the flank. And here's Rijkaard. Pacho. And it's Cannavaro. And here's De Bruyne.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Knocks it out wide. That's the end of the first 45. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Manchester United leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Manchester United leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running on. Takes a shot! Robertson is there to clear. And it's Valverde. Safi Salih shifted it to the flank.
Manchester United have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Pablo Barrios. Now, can they get him away? Now, that looks a decent ball. A lot of... And he shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Zanetti, the man that is tenacity personified. Now it's Puskás. He won't be happy with that one. He might be in here. He's had a shot. Well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up. That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And it's Neymar.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Crunching tackle. Safi Salih. Rijkaard. Puskás. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. He's come in hard. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Barrios. Little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Now it's Messi. Zanetti eases the ball away from him. Is there any support? Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! Just one goal in it now! Game on! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Lovely. Shoots! He's got a goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And yes, it's him again. It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next...
Oh, what's he done? Real chance! No way through, so back it comes. That's good play. Mbappe. Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. And he's intervened well there.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, they are now a 9-man team. Over to the right flank. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that's been won straight back. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Substitution.
Walker. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Tries a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Bayer trying to keep this in. And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And it's Rijkaard. That's been slipped through.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!